Oh, let's go.
Welcome. Time to check the game notes. Frozen 4 extravaganza. We're here, boots on the ground in St. Louis. Great setup here. Fish last minute set this up for us. Incredible show coming up. Special guest here in studio with us. Yes, this is a studio. One of the 3 Hobey Baker finalists. I'm going to wait and tell you which one after I tell you about Body Armor. This episode is brought to you by Body Armor Flash IV. Body Armor Flash IV is packed with electrolytes and provides faster and longer lasting hydration with no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or dyes. With great tasting flavors like strawberry, kiwi, and tropical punch, Body Armor Flash IV gives your body the rehydration it needs to recover from 2 games in 1 day.
Oh, that was a grind last night. You got to have body. I mean, I'm flying. I was in Toronto. I will get into it. But if you're going up, you're coming down, you're getting dehydrated. You got to get it in you. And we were doing a good job of dehydrating ourselves yesterday with some great hockey at the Frozen 4. So, hello, our friend. Hello. G's got
People are already telling me to mix in a water. I haven't even said a word yet, and they're saying mix in a water. Do I look that bad? I feel great.
Yeah, you look great.
I called it early last night.
Yeah, we did. We were good. We were good.
Awesome.
We didn't get shanked or anything. It's all good.
Let's keep it clean here. But get yours today, 7-Eleven or on Amazon. Big game coming up Saturday. We're going to get to that. We're going to recap the games. We're going to preview the national championship. But today, a lot of people might not know, it's Hobey Baker Day. I was in a bar, O.B. Clark's in St. Louis here. Restaurant, I should say. I was at a restaurant and establishment. They had the Hobey Baker Award there on display. I tweeted out the little
Oh, that was where it was at?
Yeah, it was at O.B. Clark's. Great little spot.
That's where they took the cup, the Blues. That's where they party at and everything.
Yeah, correct. They had all. That's where they went there, I think, for like an hour, and it ended up being like a 12-hour party at O.B. Clark's. Great spot. Shout out to them. We're going to talk more about them later, but enough's enough. We got him here.
Big one.
We got the guy.
Big one.
Army, you're the intro guy. Like I don't think I'll be good enough for what he deserves.
We've got a first-round pick, and boy, was he a first-round pick. Best-looking guy in the draft. Tampa Bay prospect. Made big news lately. Hobey Baker finalist. Unbelievable season. He's a buzzsaw. He's got sick flow, sick air. He dressed down for us today just to keep it tight, keep it real. Isaac, the Iceman. Howard is in the house. Let's go.
How we doing, brother?
Settle in, kid. Settle in. Here he is.
It's been a quiet couple days for you,
Michigan State, I should mention as well. Michigan State.
The Spartans.
And he's going back.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Excited.
That's what I want to say. Like, of course, you guys were the number 1 team coming into this whole thing. You didn't make it to St. Louis. I feel like the reason you came back is because you saw next year the Frozen Fours in Las Vegas. Is that true?
I did see that it's there, and it's just a fun, unique opportunity. College is a special time of your life, and I've absolutely loved that Michigan State. We want to win that national championship. That's our goal. Would there be a better place to win it than Las Vegas? I don't think so. So we might as well go and do it.
Go through the process of making this decision, though, over the past couple of days. Was there a time where you were going to go back to Tampa? Were you going to go to Tampa, or was it all along you've always said, I'm going back to Michigan State with the boys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into it too much. I just feel like, I guess with me and Tampa, we didn't, see eye to eye the same way as, I thought maybe we would. It wasn't a situation where I was demanding to step right into the NHL. It wasn't anything like that, but, I guess it just didn't necessarily work out. And, coming back to Michigan State is unreal,
And you got Augustine coming back too.
Yeah. Trey's coming back. That fired me up. Obviously, he could have left for sure, but he's gonna be a brick wall for us again. So it's fun.
Well, you're just 21, right? Just 20. You just turned 21.
Yeah, turned 21 a couple weeks ago. So I still feel young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not in a rush for anything.
Yeah, I think that's rare too. What happened here? I think we've seen it too, and we covered the Gauthier stuff, who you played with, and World Juniors and everything. But everyone's in kind of a big rush, and I get it. That's kind of the way life is a little bit. But I think what we always preach, right, is why are you in a big rush? Get better, do your time, get your schooling. You're in a rush to go where? Playing Syracuse? Is that where you were going to be in a rush to go to instead of another year there? You've been in Michigan State now 2 years, so Yeah, you feel happy and excited about that. Were your parents involved in kind of that decision a little bit with your agent as well? And
yeah, I mean, I kind of like fill my parents in and whatnot, keep them up to date.
So you're like my kid that never texts or calls me. Is that what you do? Is that what you do? To
Iceman runs his
I
own
hope
show.
I'm not. I hope I'm not, but my mom probably would say I am sometimes. Yeah.
Like, Mom, follow me on my socials.
What you got to do is, I used to be so superstitious. I had to call my dad before every game in order to have a good game and not get hurt. So that's a superstition you should do, and we should preach to the kids like, hey, you call me, you're going to score, and that's how it works. But yeah, Michigan State, there's not a better place to stay and develop. There is no rush. I know we sound like we're old folks, but it's going to be there. The NHL is there. You're only going to be a kid once. This is it. Once you turn pro, you're a pro. And I mean, college hockey has kind of turned into a business, but nothing compared to what pro hockey is. So enjoy your time here. And Michigan State it's got to be one of the top places to see. Chicklets University, I saw them eating steaks all day.
Well, yeah, and development. Like, I feel like when we went there, I was really expecting like everyone, and the facilities are amazing there. So I thought when I was going to go talk to all the players, they were going to harp on how amazing the facilities are. That's why they all came here. But you in particular, when we talked, you were like, Will Morlock and Nighty were the two reasons that I made the transfer here. And for those who don't know, Will is, I think, head of strength and conditioning for you guys. And yeah, he's awesome. So talk about him and kind of talk about what you told me originally during the Chicklets U video about development and how Michigan State, just how they prioritize it there. And it was just a main factor in you transferring over. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we do so well is, it's a place for development. Everyone wants to play in the NHL, play to what they can. And that's like kind of why you go to college is first and foremost. Like, you want to get better. You want to be the best hockey player you can be. And I had Will Morlock at NCDP for 2 years, and the guy's the most dialed guy I've ever been around. Like, his sports science stuff, everything he does is just right to a T. Like, our season's over. Everyone got a week off, and now we're right back in the gym, just, hitting the weights heavy, getting ready for next season and stuff. And then nights as well. Absolutely love playing for that guy. He has everyone's respect. I think that's so important from a coach, and the way we get after it in practice and stuff, it's pretty incredible. So Michigan State as a whole for development, obviously now we're going to have a wagon every team, I think, next year. You guys should see like what Will, he's tracking every single thing they do. They're wearing trackers all the time. Like,
you got a chip? Are you wearing it? The chip? They got a chip under your skin? Did they do that?
Not under the skin, but he's dialed. I mean, everything's getting tracked. He's managing our loads on the ice, off the ice. It's crazy.
And he's just for the hockey program, totally just with your team.
Yep. Just the hockey team. I think when Knights came in, he kind of brought him in, and I think the trainer before, he was doing, I think, a couple different sports, and Nighty kind of was like, this guy's unreal. Like, he's going to come here, just be hockey, travel with us, and it's been awesome.
Yeah. Now, I saw an article in the Detroit News yesterday, I believe, and if you don't want to talk about this, I fully understand, but it was about your heart and how when you came to Michigan State, the doctors at Michigan State found something going on with your heart. Can you talk about that and just like what this whole process has been like, and, everything, regarding your heart?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the things why I'm so thankful for Michigan State. It was kind of a unique situation. Like, at the combine, I got flagged for like an irregular heartbeat. I didn't think too much of it. Like, at the time, I think they said it was like a left bundle branch block or something like that. So they said it was fine. I went to Duluth, played that full season. And then when I get into Michigan State, they're kind of looking at my medical records and were like, let's get this checked out. Did a bunch of tests early in the year at the doctors pretty much every week. And then they ended up finding like, I think it was called Wolff-Parkinson-White disease. So it was like a rare like heart disease. And then I had to get an ablation on it in September. So it all kind of happened out of like nowhere pretty much. And it was a little scary for a little bit, but then we were able to get a procedure, get an ablation. And then, I was ready for the season.
What's an ablation?
Yeah. What is that?
It was pretty awful. So I had to sit down. They couldn't knock me out for it. So they had to cut like 4 holes in my groins, put the catheters through for like 6 hours.
Jesus.
And we're just like shocking like each side of my heart, like basically burning these valves off. So my blood would like flow through the middle. And I was just sitting there like on my back, just dripping sweat. Like,
wait, you're awake for this process?
I was awake. Yeah.
Jesus.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It was tough, but thankful for Michigan State for taking that seriously. And could help save my life.
Yeah, it helped save your life. Definitely helping your hockey career. I'm looking here, 17 points as a freshman. All of a sudden, you're Michigan State, 36 points, and then this year, 52. In this day and age, in the Big Ten top teams, it's incredible. So, those doctors did something right. But I want to go back all the way back. I'm looking at your hockey elite prospects here. Shattuck St. Mary's. We all have heard about it. Sidney Crosby put it on the map. Jarrett Cannucci is the original number 9 that went there, really started the place.
Why don't you tell them about the idea you guys want to do?
Yeah.
Come on, let's hear it.
Yeah. So, it's,
we going to unveil this?
I don't know. Do you want to?
Yeah.
We?
I will, man. Why don't you pitch it to them?
Yeah. So we got Chicklets U, you're well aware of. What did we decide we're calling?
We don't have a
Academy.
name really.
Chicklets Academy.
That's a sick name.
Chicklets Academy. So we're going to go to Shattuck's. We're going to go to Bishop Kearney. We're going to go to Mount St. Charles. All these hockey factories before you get to the real hockey factory. So what do you think? Shattuck would be their number 1 spot, right?
Yeah, Shattuck would be the number 1 spot there. That'd be unreal. Like, I absolutely loved it there. I don't know if you guys have checked it out, but the campus,
I have it. Yeah,
it's sweet, top notch. You just have a ton of great hockey players just grinding. You know what I mean?
Is it like a college? Like, there's a campus? It's like
the campus is unreal. It's beautiful. Like, you get in there, it's kind of like it looks like an old kind of castle type of vibe to it, and everyone's staying there. It's like a boarding school. You get
Skull and Crossbones Society. Did you join?
No, I didn't.
Is that even the thing? I
have no idea.
I just made that up. Saw it in a movie. Dead Poets Society, great flick. That's where it all started. You're a Wisco guy?
Yep.
So that's kind of close by, right? Like fairly easy?
Hour and a half.
Yeah, and then got sucked into Minnesota and then made the switch. What was that like, making that switch, coming out of, being in Minnesota, even with Shattuck, and then jumping over to Michigan State?
Yeah, it was a very easy transition. Like I said, I had Nighty and Will at NTDP, so I knew what I was coming to, what I mean? And then all the boys were super welcoming and had a good group. And the campus and the vibe at Michigan State is so fun. Like that Big Ten vibe, football, basketball games, like meeting the other athletes, stuff like that is pretty unreal.
Yeah, let me ask you, because we didn't have this stuff. Like, when did you announce like you were leaving Duluth? Like, were you still there? Is it awkward between the guys you're playing with that year? They knew you're leaving. How does that all happen?
He's like in his dorm under his bed with his phone.
Or do you not say anything till like April when you're like, I'm out of here, and then change?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a tough spot, right? Like, I wanted to just play out that season, figure stuff out after, and then ultimately, like, I decided probably best for me to go somewhere else. And once I decided that, I kind of just like told the guys there, and you pretty much just get away from the rink. Like, you're not still training there or anything like that. So I kind of just went home and started getting ready for next season.
Like, there are guys like really mad at you, or they all kind of understand like, hey, this is the way hockey.
Yeah, how does that working right now? It's so
place.
crazy right now with guys going in the portal, flopping all over the place. It's like the Wild West now. It's
almost like
really
super
crazy
teams in the NBA.
It's like youth hockey.
Yeah,
Can you text your boy? Like, is there like what is it called? When you're trying to get someone on another team, Tampering.
Yeah.
Tampering. So is there like, can you do that? Like, are you allowed to text someone during the season?
I don't think so. I doubt it. I'm sure that'd be frowned upon or illegal, but it is kind of crazy. Like, even like every year now, you kind of have guys going in the portal and stuff, but you got to be pretty understanding. Like, guys just want different opportunities and stuff, and not everyone's leaving on a bad note. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's the overall, I want to ask you that's the overall feeling. It's just the way it is now. Yeah. It's not like weird. Like, if a guy left your guys' team and whatever, it's just like, yeah, this is how it works.
Yeah, I mean, I got some good buddies leaving Michigan State this year, and it's not like I don't like them anymore.
It's a business.
You know what I mean? It's like they got
looking for more playing time or a different spot where it fits.
They got to do what they need to do, but obviously you're still gonna be buddies.
How old were you when you committed to, I guess, Minnesota prior to Duluth?
I was like 14, I think.
Oh, Cruz.
Did you have armpit hair?
I was a young buck. I don't
even think so. And you committed already. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. How do you know, like, you're going to like it? How do you know,
you don't. Yeah.
I know.
I like the rule now where you see like kids have to wait, I think, until they're at least 16, right?
Yeah.
It's I mean, advice, you want to wait until you're really.
You were like baby Gronk. You were like that baby Gronk.
Baby Gronk.
That's how it always was. It was July 1st. Like, you couldn't get contacted till July 1st when you were 16. And then I remember like the first kid committed to BC at 14. I wonder what his name was, but it was like, oh, he committed. It was kind of like a marketing.
I feel like it's always BC too. Like, they always will get one of
Was it Charlie Letty? Does that ring a bell?
I don't know.
I know.
So
I think
far
I remember.
ago.
Yeah.
Penn State got like some kid that's
Who's
like
like
6'9" Russian defenseman from Wilkes-Barre. Like
Yeah.
they just inked him up. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? It's a Wild West, man. You gotta understand the landscape and know what you're doing, which is kind of crazy being just turning 21 years old. And what are you doing in school? How are you a good student?
What's the major?
Communications major.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, depends on the semester, right? Like sometimes I've been hot, sometimes I've been cold.
Iceman goes to school to play hockey.
Yeah.
He's a hockey player.
Drop the books,
they got
play
their
some
crew
hockey.
here with their cameras. Iceman goes to school, the new doc dropping on Michigan State TV. That'll be unreal.
Yeah.
Doing your communications, talking to yourself in the mirror and stuff and doing everything. That'd be sick.
Hey, I wanted to talk about so one thing, Merles, you always preach this is how important a college hockey captain is. Like it's the heart and soul of your team in every sport, but I feel like Merles, you've always preached at the college hockey level how important the captain is. Red Savage, he went down towards the end of the year this year. Talk about the loss of Red and potentially coming back next season, maybe. I don't know.
Unreal.
Breaking news.
I mean, yeah, it sucks. He was such a great leader and such an important role to our team, right? I mean, it would be unreal if we could have got him in the lineup the whole year, but it's unfortunate when that stuff happens. But he did such a good job with sticking with the team, being there with us, finding joy and when we won the Big Ten and stuff, like getting out there.
Oh, it's awesome seeing him full equipment out there with you guys.
Like that's great. And I know he's been kind of tickling around, maybe being able to get another year of eligibility. I mean, that'd be sick. I don't know how if it could happen, but that'd be
fun.
Yeah.
I guess let's talk about your year this year, like the team, the facility, the setup, the pop in your production,
the chocolate bars.
Dude, he's got a
Be like Ike.
Can you see this chocolate bar? Can you guys see this chocolate bar here? Fishy, zoom in on this. Look at
That's the best chocolate you'll get right there.
Look at this guy's chocolate bar.
So how did this decision to make Ike bars come to be? Like, is this Jamie Baldwin behind the scenes just doing this? Are you like, I'm the Iceman, I need my own chocolate bar?
That's Jamie. She's always doing something and just sending me a text and be like, we're doing this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And how did this year start? Like going this year, like did you? I don't have the game by game. Like did you start scoring right away and you wrote it, or did you start cold? Go through the whole thing.
Yeah, because you popped this year, right?
Yeah.
This is like a boom. I'm here, the Iceman.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was pretty steady year. Like I started well, pretty steady, I guess, production wise throughout the year. I mean, yeah, obviously shout out to my teammates and stuff. It's a team game. You can get individual awards from it, but shout out to all of them for sure.
Yeah, individual award. That's why you're here. That's why you're in St. Louis. Hobey, Baker tonight, 3 finalists, Zeev and Leonard, yourself. You guys were all on the World Junior team in Sweden that won the gold. Just tell us a little bit about those two guys that you're going up against tonight.
Yeah.
Sick players.
Yeah, they're both unreal. Great guys. Yeah, we won gold together in Sweden, so that was obviously a great memory. Both had unreal years. Lenny's playing with the Caps right now. He's been buzzing.
Yeah.
I'd assume Zeev's going to play with Minnesota here soon. So, great guys. Anyone can win for sure. So it'll be fun.
Like, are you a sniper or playmaker? Because you score a ton.
26 and 26. I think he does both.
I like to do a little bit.
7 and 7 at World Juniors. Like, I mean, what would you say? Like, you prefer? Like, if they're going to talk about you, like you're got the shot, snipe dog.
Yeah, I mean, I love to score goals. Obviously, that's the best part about hockey. You know what I mean? Like, get a big time goal, celebrate, like have the crowd go crazy. I think that's what I love playing about Mun. You know what I mean? We got the monsters on the glass. Like, I love to score a goal, get into it with them. But I like to do a little bit of both. I guess kind of depends on the line I'm on, depends on the situation. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, if I have a pass, I'm gonna make the pass, but I like to shoot the puck as well.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to go back to the NHL draft. And Pasha, I think you have the picture here. If you want to pull it up, just an unreal outfit, just an incredible outfit.
He went outside the box.
The white suit with the American flag, belt buckle with the turtleneck chain hanging out. And then you had the interview after, like, I'm the best looking guy in this draft. Walk us through just the outfit decision. Were you like, I'm going into this and I'm going to make a fucking statement? And 2, after you said all this, I'm the best looking guy in the draft, did you get a call from Tampa or your agent? Like, hey, shut the
I'm sure they were like, shut the fuck up. But I honestly, like, I didn't really care. I was like, this is going to be fun. Like, fucking NHL draft. Like, I want to go in there, have a great time. And, I was looking, I was like, I'm bringing out the white suit. then kind of when I was in those interviews, I was so like juiced up from getting drafted and stuff, and I was kind of just yapping a little bit.
Being a beauty.
Yeah.
Just being a beauty.
Just yapping a little bit, and I'm sure it was pretty funny.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
What was with the USA flag belt too? That was like everyone's kind of got their suits made by a guy they know that's like, can I make you a suit for your special day? Very hockey style, right?
Yeah.
You went right outside the box. USA belt, turtleneck, the whole deal.
The whole deal. My billets at NTDP, Pete and Jesse Uhr, they got me that belt buckle. I love America. I love playing for it. You know what I mean? I love our country. Like that gets me fired up. So why not like showcase a little bit? You know what I mean? And it was a good touch.
So you didn't get kicked out of your billets with the UST like Whitney did. They were good.
Did he get kicked out?
Yeah, he got kicked out by his billets.
Oh boy,
he told that story the other day. He was crashed their car or something crazy like that. But you had a better experience. Go back to that US program. Like, were you invited right away? Were you like a low guy there? Were you a top guy going there?
And what do you think about it now too? After you talk about that, about like with I'll ask you after. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll ask you 5 questions in a row.
Well, actually, my time we didn't have top 40 camp because COVID was coming around. We did have the Youth Olympics like a couple months before, so pretty much everyone from that team was invited to NTDP. So I just got like a Zoom call or whatever, and then obviously that's where I wanted to go. That was my goal, and when I got in there, I think kind of just everyone started on equal footing. You know what I mean? Like we got Nighty. He came in like 2 weeks before our season started or something like that. Yeah. Because we were going to have Seth Appert. So he came in, and then it was pretty unreal. Like, still keep in touch with all those guys to this day. Like, we got so close. Such a fun group. So I absolutely loved my 2 years there, and it was awesome.
Sticking with those guys, you ended up winning a World Juniors.
Yeah.
And you had that massive shootout goal against the Czech Republic. Talk about that. Like, what was your thought process when you got your name called there? And God, that's got to be pretty nerve-wracking, yeah?
Yeah, I remember OBC, he was kind of telling Carl, like, Ike likes to go out there and finish games. And then I got the nod, and I was just thinking, like, obviously I want to get out here, bury it, the game's over. And, as I was kind of coming in slow, I saw the 5-hole kind of open up a little bit and just ripped it there.
Unreal. What a moment.
Oh yeah. What do you make of everything? You're 21 years old. You just kind of came through everything. I know college the last 3 years, but like, what do you make of like the rules now in like CHL college? Caden Lidstrom, a guy that's committed now to your school for Medicine Hat in the Western League. We're hearing more and more of this. Like, what do you make of if you were coming up through this now? Like, would it be different? Like USA program, what's happening there? Like,
it's definitely unique, right? Like, this is all pretty brand new.
Yeah.
I mean, now obviously you're gonna see kids go to CHL like earlier, knowing that they can come play college now. So like that path is gonna change and stuff. I'm sure it'll change like the USHL a little bit and whatnot, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it just brings in more talent, right? Like, it makes NCAA better, I think. Like you're getting these top Canadian kids now. Like you said, we got Lindstrom coming in. Like, the guy's gonna be a beast for us. I think it's exciting. Yeah.
I want to talk about Carson Dorwart. Dorwart, is that how you
Dorwart.
say it? Dorwart. I got to meet him when we
That's my roommate.
Yeah, I got to meet him when we did the video at Michigan State.
Did he just sign?
He just signed with the Flyers.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, I was texting with my brother about that. Yeah.
Talk about him. What are the Flyers getting in this kid? I mean, unreal year, 13 goals, 18 assists, 31 points. Like, he's a player.
Yeah, he's a big time player. They're gonna get like a strong 2-way center. He loves to score goals. He's a good skater, strong on the
Oregon kid too, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a redwood, giant human.
But yeah, they're getting a great guy as well. Like, I love living with the guy. Such a good, like, genuine, down to earth guy. So it's a big time get for them.
Yeah, let's talk about living there. Are you in the dorms? You guys have a house, apartment? Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's like basically athlete apartments. It's like a 5-minute walk from the rink. So we got us, football players, basketball players. Everyone's kind of in these like 5 or 6 buildings or whatnot. And
it's all together. Like, you guys are all in the same kind of, I guess, like
athletes village.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like. It's like in these it's like apartments. It's like probably 80% athletes, and there'd be a little bit of regular students there as well.
Well, you need some of the kids to do the homework for you guys.
Yeah,
you gotta have those kids. Come on.
But yeah, it's pretty sweet setup.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna ask, kind of go back to Nighty. Like, does he ever come to you guys like when recruiting kids, and he's like, "You heard of this guy," or is he kind of just doing his own thing with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think he does. Yeah, he'll ask me about some guys.
Transfer portal too.
Yeah, I mean, because he knows like when guys play with each other or whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, how is this guy as a human too? Like, is he going to be a good fit for the team? And sometimes go out to dinner with them and whatnot. But it's definitely it's fun to like meet new guys and stuff like that.
This is what I blanked out. What's it like watching like some of your guys that your either age group, your draft year, guys even like on your team that, we're seeing guys signing and going up with teams right now. What's that like for you? Like to see guys that you're like, damn, I play with these guys. I can do that. Like what's going on here? Has that been interesting to watch? Cause I was in junior in Red Deer and Marty Erat we had on our team. And then like the next year we went and watched him play against the Calgary Flames. He was in Nashville. And I was like, oh my God, that guy's playing in the NHL. I was playing with that guy last year. Like, yeah, it's kind of like a wild thing as a player to see like your peers, like your buddies there.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fun to watch, it's so many guys now in the league that, I'm buddies with and, can text them after the games or whatnot, like if they scored or something, but it definitely just shows like, everyone's goal is to play in the NHL. Like it's right there. I have so many
close,
buddies, playing there. So, it's exciting.
Yeah. Cool to see. It must give you like confidence, like, oh man, this can happen. Right.
Yeah. And they're having success. You know what I mean? Like they're not just up there playing, like they're up there dominating and having a great time. So
it's like, I'm better than that guy. That means I can play.
Yeah, I know.
But that's such an exciting time. You have so much to look forward to. But I love that you're coming back for the next year to just keep adding on to the tools and building. And
you get that.
What is it, April? Like you play that season,
degree.
You'll be wherever you need to go by next season, and you're going to get a chance at a national title again next year. So it's really cool to see. I love when the guys come back like that.
So is everyone here with you now for this? You got family? Everyone came in, rolling in?
Got some family. Nighty's here. Some of our video photographers.
Shout out these guys here. These guys are the best.
Yeah.
Did you get in last night? Did you go to the games at all?
No, I couldn't really stomach going.
I could have seen you.
I wouldn't want to see it either.
Yeah, I just went to dinner and chill. I mean, I saw like the scores and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I only got one more thing, and I just, say a 14-year-old Cruz Armstrong, top recruit in the country right now,
advisor,
top recruit in the country is watching this. And you can make a 1-minute pitch on Michigan State to a top recruit. What would you say?
Yeah, you're going to the best place for development, and I think just the best place overall. Like you're getting unreal college experience. Like the school outside from hockey, you're gonna love it. And then at the rink, you're grinding every day. You're getting better. The Mun's been absolutely rocking, selling out every night, and
it's sick.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't regret going there.
Yeah. Like just for the school experience too. They brought the basketball team, I think, and they honored the basketball team, and you guys were there too.
Yep.
Talk about that. That's college sports. That's like one of those nights. That's like, whoa,
it's awesome. We were there watching them capture their Big Ten title for the regular season, and Izzo gets on the mics, like giving like a great speech, and the whole entire building stayed. Like I don't think anyone left. So it's like 20 minutes after the game ended, and it's still sold out. Everyone's there, and then Izzo invites us out, like the hockey team, basketball team, and we're taking pictures, like dabbing each other up, celebrating stuff. And I mean, I just don't think they're doing that anywhere else, to be honest. Like it's a special Michigan State thing, and it's awesome.
I was so shocked, and me and Fish when we left Michigan State, like how ingrained all the teams are with each other, and just the fact that like Tom Izzo, the top basketball coach, is so involved with the hockey team. And I think you told me at one point, like he came and made a pregame speech to you guys.
Oh yeah. He's honestly, I see him every week. Like he's around the rink all the time.
Hilarious guy.
Yeah. He's always full energy too. Like no matter what the time is, in the mornings, I'll see him. I'm gonna walk into the rink. Like he's so invested, and he doesn't need to be, right? But he chooses to be, and it's pretty sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's incredible. Like every year they go on a run. Just it doesn't matter the players, his leadership.
Yeah.
Is there any like secrets that you've heard of his leadership? Like, exactly what it is that you can like give us that I can bring to RPI leadership styles. Like he runs like the whole school.
You got to see what the basketball facilities there. How crazy!
Yeah, they're disgusting.
Like it's insanity.
Oh, yeah.
You have a barbershop in there.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys get treated unreal. That's for sure.
Yeah. Coach Izzo. Well, We want to wish you good luck tonight.
Thank
and Hobey Baker.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. 30 minutes you gave us. Top 3 finalists, Hobey Baker. Incredible honor, incredible season. Like we said, we were at that draft where you wore the white suit. So we've been following you. We love you. We're some of your biggest fans, I would say. So just thank you for everything. Good luck tonight.
Yeah. Congrats and good luck, buddy.
Next season, we'll see you in Vegas.
Yeah.
We'll see you in Vegas next year.
Twist my arm.
Yeah.
I go to Vegas again. All right, I'll go. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Ike.
Thanks, fellas.
Yeah,
Thanks, buddy. Awesome.
Wow, incredible.
There he
Great
is.
job. G, thanks for getting him on. This is incredible. Frozen 4 episode. We get the Hobey Baker candidates. Are you kidding me? But let's dive into the games last night. 2 incredible games. First one, double OT. I kind of lost track. It went so long, and the amount of saves Matt Davis made. Give us your breakdown on that first game.
I thought it was like touch and go a little, like teams feeling each other out, guys, right? Like after that first period, we're kind of like, okay, there's like no shots on goal. It was just very like feel out type of game. And I think Western, their first time here in this tournament, expectations, what's it going to be? Denver, the old guys on block that, have got her done. So I felt like they were kind of feeling each other out early, and it was a little quiet. We had some clips we posted on social also of like me explaining 2 guys in an octagon with like ankle locks on each other. He's locking my ankle. I'm locking his. It's not working. We're just sitting there trying to stare at each other. It was just like one of those kind of starts to the game a little bit. That was my feel from it.
I mean, you're talking clips. I think we had an all-time game clip of you just ripping Denver this, Denver that, and then 2 seconds later, bang.
Well,
They had 6 shots on net.
It's 6.
G needed 6 goals in the game. There were 6 shots total.
But like, I mean, it was Western style of game. We talked about that. That's, the big style. They just started to kind of lean, started to push on Denver and kind of like had them like snuffed out. Like there was nothing there. And I have the ultimate mush clip in the history of the timing of it was unreal.
Insane.
Like Minzees, who's here.
Shout out to Dale
Fish,
for getting
who's
that.
here. I got this.
On goal.
So immediately a goal. Army chirping them for their shots and goal. Immediate goal.
Look at the face.
That was 2-1, right? Made it 2-1.
One, like 7 minutes into the third period, they had nothing really going, and that changed everything. That clip right there, just absolutely hilarious. We were watching it sitting there like, oh my God, how did we get this on video? They had 10 shots on goal. That was their 11th shot. And just that really changed the game. Then Denver was in it. Denver was pushing. Denver,
you knew they were tying it up.
Yeah.
Like the whole building knew they were tying it up. It's just what Denver does.
Yeah. And their goalie was unreal. Hey,
did you guys see the stat about Booyam?
Yeah.
He played 51 minutes, which is like in a 60-minute hocky game, it's equivalent to 64% of the, like there it is right there. I mean, 64% of the game. That is outrageous.
And I thought
those aren't quiet minutes.
No.
He's in the rush. He's back in the rush.
I thought
everywhere.
early in the game, I didn't really notice him.
He was
that
hurt,
much.
I think he was hurt.
I didn't notice him. I'm like, where is he earlier in this game? Because he was such an X factor. And then obviously, later led to that. I don't think it was their first goal, but on a good zone entry, got in the zone, just great skill, lateral movement, carving his way in. It's like they kind of dipped their toe in the water a little bit, Denver. But once they got going, man, I'll tell you what, and then it just wouldn't end. And the goalies just shut the door, and we went to double OT.
It's just deja vu with this Denver team. Every time you're watching them, you're like,
What's the line? What's the line?
Manage, adjust, win, I think is their motto.
Is that it?
And that's what they did. And Davis stopped 6 or 7 breakaways.
He was incredible.
This Western Michigan team, they're a force. We were lucky enough to have Coach Pat on last week, and we all bought in, and we ended up on the right side of that game. So we were fired up. The crowd in St. Louis is not ideal. It's not packed. It was an early game, but your guys showed up though.
G was fighting with the Broncos like social media account a bit last night.
Well, it was tough love, and I said I love you guys. I said I love you guys, and it's hand up on me. So I think first off, I realized there's no fans in this arena. There's just none, and I pointed the finger at the Lawson Lunatics when I should have been pointing my finger at the city of St. Louis, right? Because the Lawson Lunatics definitely showed up. I'd say out of all 4 fan bases, they probably had the biggest fan base.
Yep.
Would you say?
They had the band, they had the cheerleaders, they had a nice.
I saw
nice
Jamal Maris was there.
Yeah.
Alumnus.
I'll take that L hand up. I was wrong about the Lost and Lunatics. I thought they showed out. They're still happy that we're on the Western bandwagon. So I'm cool with that. But St. Louis, this city, I just don't understand why they chose St. Louis.
It's not St. Louis's fault.
It's not St. Louis's fault.
And St. Louis has no connection to college hockey.
Yes, exactly. St. Louis is a great city.
Yes.
I love St. Louis, but St. Louis, it's not a college hockey city. Like when you go to Boston, when you go to Minnesota, that's one thing. And then there's the destinations. Like it was in Tampa a few years ago. And the one thing that stood out to me when we first started going on these trips is guys' trips. These were guys' weekends. 5 buddies from high school would come every year. Yep. And this year, I don't see any of those trips.
Well,
they're taking
there
it
is
off.
one group, my hooligans from
Vickers
and Zebak and Miggs, those in McMonagle. Those
they
guys
are crazy.
But it's hard to get here. Like St. Louis, it's like a connection everywhere. It's not a direct flight from a lot of places, which sucks. If it's in Chicago, Detroit, Boston, like at least it's a direct flight and you're a little closer to some like campuses. This one is crazy.
But I got to say though, we got hooked up pretty good last night. Right when we rolled in, that Dylan, buddy there.
Yep.
And we went over.
Wheelhouse.
I didn't even know this was here in St. Louis, by the way. I thought I was in the Roxbury with Steve and Doug Butabi. We were inside, but we were outside in the bar, and there's a PBR thing, and then there's another sports bar, and we were going to go do that whole like Penn State.
But think about last year. Remember last year on the first game, we go to that BC party and it is swarmed. People are crazy.
That was crazy.
We're pouring Pink Whitney in people's mouth on stage. People are just like begging to like touch us up.
That was crazy.
It was nuts. And then we're thinking we're walking into the same thing. We're like, we're going to the Penn State party before the game. And there was nobody here.
It was like friends and family.
Yeah, it was. I'm disappointed.
There was a lot of Penn State fans here because we could see them because they wore all white. So they're easy to identify. But it was cool to be at like kind of that party. They seemed nervous a little bit. Like it wasn't like a party. It was just like, okay, this is what we're supposed to do before we go over to the game. Yeah. And then can you imagine them? They're sitting there probably for fucking 5 hours. Like it's insane. By the time they started the second game, the NCAA has a rule. After that first game ended, 26 seconds in overtime. It's like we waited. Zamboni come out, score. They win the game. Michael's the second goal of the game. And then the NCAA has a rule. You have to wait an hour.
It was crazy.
So we were sitting in the rink forever. And, I saw in the chat, shout out to the chat. I see you guys said as a diehard St. Louis Blue and St. Louis Blues hockey fan, I was disgusted by the attendance last night to what we're kind of talking about. I don't know what you would expect or what it's supposed to be like. But I definitely think the double overtime and the late start to the second game, it was crazy. Like we didn't get out. What time did we get out of the rink last night? Like midnight?
Yeah. I mean, think about if you have kids, right? Like, because a lot of the times, like, dads are bringing their kids and a couple of their friends, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if a 10-year-old kid's making it through 7 hours of hockey in that arena.
On a school night, on a Thursday. So I think that's number one. I think has to change. I think they have to move it either
Sunday?
Do Friday, Sunday, or do Friday, Saturday. These guys play back-to-backs all year long. Thursday's tough. It's tough for travel. Like I'm talking about the flights. You got to leave maybe Wednesday to get here in time if you have a connection. So I think the Thursday's got to be done. Like that was brutal.
You know what they need to do? This is what they need to do. Mini Memorial Cup style. Memorial Cup for people in the chat, watching, listening, 12 days long. Ridiculous, like really long. Great event. I've done it for several years and covered it.
You won one, didn't you?
Won two, played in it. Yeah, won. But covering it, it's fun. They got the fan fest, all this stuff. Everything's happening, like beer gardens, live music at the rink. Everything's right there. They make sure they really make it pop too long. Here they could do definitely a mini round robin, kind of like they do for like youth hockey almost. You play out of your little thing at nationals. My son just did it. You try to get out of your bracket, but they could have the same kind of rule set up where you just play a couple more extra days. You could have a couple games a day, get through it. And then you're on after they shake it out. You're on. You could have a semifinal and a final and just tighten it up.
Last night, I felt like you were all over the arena size. That was you. You were saying you wanted to see it in more junior size, rank 10 to 12,000, so the fans are on top of the ice. I feel like that would be awesome.
What's a good?
Or they should have moved them down. They shouldn't. Like they got to push them down. And the biggest one we've had the same problem 3 years is they corner off each side for that team, the 4 teams. But when their teams aren't playing, it's empty. It's the best seats in the house. They got to figure out a new
Put the
system
bands
for that.
there. Put all the bands there.
Yeah.
And you got to stay for all the games.
Yep.
They got to figure out a way to do that. Or just like last night, they should have just made an announcement. All right, everybody in the upper deck, you feel free to move down.
Because they have their sections, right? Like you could see like the empty section because Penn State was going to come, and eventually they filled that section when it was their game, and then everyone leaves. So they have to deal with that too. Yeah. So that'll always kind of be like that, I think. But yeah, maybe a little announcement anyway.
Yeah, come on down, guys. Free hot dogs down here in the lower bowl. Let's fill it up so it looks good on
But Western
TV.
got it done, boys.
They did.
Western, that's our team.
That's our
horse.
Western.
That's our horse.
That's our horse. That's our Bronco. Penn State, Boston University. Oh God, his Wit? What is
I'm
Wit
just waiting for Wit to pop in here and just give it to us. Like, again, we all picked against them, right? We got to do that.
We like the fresh blood.
I know that we're mushes. I know that we're mushes, and I just wanted to see my guy Jay Pandolfo in the national championship, so I picked Penn State, so they would win.
What'd you make of the game, though, Merles?
Yeah, it was kind of the same thing. First period, everybody feeling each other out, and these are game 7, so they are that you don't want to make that first mistake, and just the talent eventually took over for BU, and that's what they have. They have the highest end talent. 15 NHL draft picks, maybe something crazy.
They got depth too, though. You know what I mean?
15 draft picks.
Yeah.
There was just a significant difference in watching when Penn State, like the pop and the skating, like there's just something else there. Like the puck handling, like Hudson was doing like crazy plays, like just the confidence is different. You know what I mean? And that's what separated. Once BU got it cranking up, it was a Russian goalie off for a while though, with their 2 goalies in this game, Sergeyev and Yegorov both played great, but it was like they were doing a good job of kind of making it a goalie battle until kind of BU talent and pedigree and size and skill kind of took over there. Hey, Merles?
Yeah, I had a great stat. I'm going to try and find it real quickly on BU. They've won 5 titles. They've been to 25 Frozen Fours.
When's their last win?
That's not good.
2009.
1 out of 5. You only win 1 out of 5.
Yeah, I know.
They just all over us.
Yeah, that was Colby's point last week.
They don't win, but they're there. They give themselves a shot. And last night they were just the better team.
I think it's going to be very tough to beat BU. I mean, just like we said, like everything we just said, Cole Hudson, Quinn Hudson, like both of them. I mean, Cole Hudson, when he touches the puck, it's just
it was different.
It's just different. Yeah,
it's
and like you guys said, like they have depth throughout the lineup. Like that LaChance, he's bullying guys out there. Ryan Green, like they have the depth, they have the high end skill, they have the goalie now.
Yeah.
I can't pick against it.
And it was like Hudson, anymore. They got that like Hudson and Iceman on that 2-on-1 when they scored. And it's like when they took off on that, it's like, oh, we're sitting there like, here it is. And he just went in. That was the big difference maker goal. I think it was that second goal for them on a little backdoor tap in. So it was executed. It was skill, speed, the pop. It was a difference maker. I did love when Penn State scored though, because it kind of changed the vibe in that game where it was like, oh no, come on, Penn State, first time here. You got to have something to feel good about. I know the school and program are really excited, but made it a game. Made it a game.
Both games were incredible. Like as a hockey fan, we can't complain. Like we're going to complain that it wasn't a full house for the kids playing. They deserve to be in a full house, but 2 incredible hockey games.
Awesome.
That's all we should ask for is we got good hockey. We got the national championship set up now. BU, Western Michigan. I'm looking quickly here.
Jeremiah, Colby Cohen picked Western Michigan. Our guy, Colby Cohen, Morning Cup. Jeremiah's here too.
Yeah, we'll see him probably tomorrow at the Pink Whitney party. We usually see him every year at the Pink Whitney party.
Oh yeah,
where's that at tomorrow, G?
It's at the Midwesterner starting at 4:00. Baby.
Oh, 4 p.m. All right, I might get there a little earlier than that. That's a little late for me. What time's the game? 6:30. I need a little Pink Whitney sooner than that. But surprisingly, DraftKings Sportsbook, Western Michigan, a slight favorite over BU.
Really?
Can you believe that? -120, Western Michigan money line. BU's -110. So very
BU,
tight.
The underdog status coming in a little bit. Hey,
they're over 5.5. I think we got to stay away from those in these. What do they call it? Single elimination.
Yeah.
It's a 1 game. It's a 7-game series. So always look at.
But that could have easily hit on that game.
I know. I was close. I mean, we were close there, but.
Do we want to do official picks now for that game and then move on to the NHL? Kind of wrap up the college.
Let's wrap it up. I want to do this picks.
I I actually have something for you guys.
Ooh,
But you guys hold the fort here.
I love a nice little gift.
I don't know what he's doing.
For you guys.
Creative. Merle's is always thinking.
Is it? Is it Benny Bar chocolate bars from Maine?
Oh, that's a good one. Ooh.
No way.
So here we are. Let me get my ears back on so I can hear you guys. Terrible. This is terrible podcasting right now. But
Let's say it.
So I'm at this place, Hobey's. I told you about it. I was there Wednesday night, and the guy wanted to give us hats. It's like, what's the teams you guys are here for the Frozen Four? I go, we're Western Michigan Bronco guys. He goes, I got 2 hats in that color. Let's go.
They are.
So
I thought
here
these
you
were.
go.
I thought these were Western hats.
So, but that's from Ob Clark's. So you guys get the Western Michigan colors. I knew they were going to be in the final.
Go Terriers.
Whoa! Oh, I guess I'm keeping the hat for myself.
Go Terriers.
I am on the Broncos.
Can we look through your cell phone?
Wow.
Text message? Is Wit all over you right now? Is there something you're hiding?
It's just I feel like I should be on the West. Like I'm wrong about everything, boys.
Yeah.
I just can't be right. So everything in me says pick Western Michigan. So I'm going with B.
Wow, Broncos social fan. They're going to
lunatic, Lawson lunatic.
This just made tomorrow's game even better with you in the barn.
Yeah,
and they're crazy fans in the barn.
Wow,
I'm on Western. I like the new blood in there. I like the Penn State story of their season. By the way, congratulations to all 4 of these teams. Congratulations on getting here. It was awesome. Like, we analyze and critique and can say whatever. Awesome hockey this year. Awesome to watch and awesome to be here and watching these guys battle. But I love the Penn State first time. I'm kind of regretting
Western
Michigan.
I'm kind of regretting that.
I love it was them first timers though, boys. Yeah. I'm Western Michigan.
I'm Western. Gee, we'll give you time. You'll have till tomorrow to make the official pick. We'll let you have some time. But
we saw a guy in a bump hoodie last night. I loved it. Let's go bumper.
Bump. Yeah. So BU. Yeah, they're good. They're all going to go to the NHL. Western Michigan got some NHL prospects too, but I love the coach. He was great. And I mean, of course, Jay Pandolfo, awesome guy too. He was on Chicklets, great guy. But just last week, that coach just sold me on them. I love the new blood. BU fans, BU hockey's always going to be there. Let's get Western Michigan into the top tier of college hockey with all these other big schools.
I'd love to see Western Michigan win. Yeah. I'd like to say that. Like I would absolutely love to see that.
What a turn of events! Like, what was going through your head with that? Like, oh, I got to go back to Boston. I know too many guys. Pandolfo, Witt. Like, there's stuff going to happen. I talked to these guys. Chicklets, you.
Loyalty is big with me. Yeah. I never really tend to like to jump teams. Yeah. So I like Jay Pandolfo. Grew up next door to the guy. I got to ride with my guy.
And it's crazy for us too, because we're Hudson.
We are a Hudson Brothers podcast.
We are.
Maybe I'm working on a Chicklets you with one of the Hudson Brothers. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's why I picked BU.
All right. Maybe we get a post-game championship interview if they win. Then if you're doing this and jumping ship, it's got to pay off in our favor. I would hope so. By the way, we didn't get a Western guy today, even though we had the coach on and he said they would come. I know they're busy today. They had practice or they were dialed into something, but should be a great final, folks. Should be awesome. Big Pink Whitney party before for us. See everybody there. If you want to come down, come on down. And
I'm going to try to formulate a little parlay for the people for tomorrow's game. DraftKings parlay. Baby. But now, I thought G would be on board, so I don't know what we're going to do with that. If we'll do that. Oh, there's the graphic. Pasha throws it up there. Chicklets Championship Hangout and Chat Meetup. Oh,
I had to throw Chat Meetup
chat
in there.
Meetup, I
had to add that.
Yes.
Shout out to the chat. They're sticking. They're hanging with us all the time. Just have it going. They have it buzzing.
So yeah, that's the college hockey Frozen Four. And let's just touch on the NHL here before we let everybody get back to their work day. One of the biggest news is probably Demidov coming over. He signed. I think it's a deal made. Montreal staff, they all went over to St. Petersburg during the season.
Yeah.
I think there's a handshake deal done. Montreal will be playing an exhibition game over there against St. Petersburg as money, like as the currency for letting Demidov go. But he walked into the airport. You see all the people in Montreal, like those people are crazy.
I heard they crashed the flight tracker website because everyone was tracking his. There was 160,000 people tracking his flight, and the website crashed. How crazy is that?
What was that? Who was signing? Did that happen? What happened with the Jays? Who are they signing?
Ohtani,
the whole Ohtani flight tracker too. So Demidov got that going to Montreal. These fans are crazy, and rightfully so. They should be excited. Tonight, Merles, they play Ottawa. They're just a few points behind Ottawa, wildcard 1, Ottawa, wildcard 2, Montreal. Steam picking up. Do we know if Davidov's playing tonight?
I'm not sure.
I would guess they don't make him play. So dehydrated, he probably doesn't have a body armor flash IV in it yet with a long play. But they made us play. Whenever we flew over to Russia, we had to play that night. So they should make him play. But no, you don't want to let
Shanti, someone says in the chat with Otani. Shanti.
Yeah, remember that? You don't want him to get hurt.
Nick Moore, thanks.
Like Montreal is in, right? Are they
Montreal
in?
Oh, that looks like they're in.
They gotta be.
They're gonna be in.
Yeah.
It's not official.
They're 6 points up on Columbus.
With 4 to go.
Yeah.
It's pretty safe they're in. It's an incredible story for watching them. But I remember we were up there for Four Nations. They had a picture of Demidov advertising season tickets for 25, 26.
They were selling t-shirts.
The guy's not even on the team, and they were selling this stuff. So it's great news. He's coming over. Same type of news as the Nikishin. I think that just came across the board. He's going to go to Carolina, and this guy's he's going to be an incredible defenseman.
Witt was calling him Russian Cale Makar.
Yeah, that's tough to do, but
I mean,
he is, I guess, that good. He's putting up a ton of points there. So tough for Scott. They lose 2 guys, but 2 huge prospects for us to get to watch now. Exciting times.
Go Caniacs. I think I'm jumping on the Caniac bandwagon.
Well, yeah, they're going against our psycho Pasha's team. I think, is that already linked up right now?
Basically, yeah.
That's
happening.
That's going to be a beatdown, Pasha.
Yeah, I'm all like that. I'm going to tell me a Carolina series price on that. I don't care what the odds are. That's just free money. Pasha Devils stink. More in the NHL. We don't have to talk about it. Like Ovechkin, like we talked about it. We thought we almost called the hat trick, and we just missed it. But we got to mention it. But everybody's talked.
Don't bring up Flower because I got them. I got these socks on, like no free ads, whatever. I got Kirill the Thrill Kaprizov socks.
He's back. He came
back. Eriksson X back. I mean, it's just insane. Who else is now?
Williams coming.
Is on a plane going there to meet them probably right now.
No, he's going to go to the thing tonight. He's going to Hobey and then he's flying out. Is what I
probably in a hyperbaric chamber after playing 68 minutes last night.
Completely different hockey team than like 4 days ago. Think about
totally
it. It's like
different.
Crazy.
Unbelievably different. And Kaprizov scores a couple of his first game back. Eriksson Ek, massive game for him. That was a shootout for the ages, that game, but just exciting for Minnesota. Getting healthy and getting their guys back at the right time. So pretty interesting over in the West there when you look at that, because that race is crazy with what St. Louis and these teams. Oh boy.
Our guy in Minnesota, probably his last home game, Marc-Andre Fleury, had the kids out there for warmups. I was personally disappointed. I thought I was going to get the call since I drove him to his first ever home game.
He said Merle says this to me last night.
I thought I was going to get the call, like drive him. They were going to rent like a 2002 Denali.
Yeah,
I was going to drive. He was going to sit in the back. And Matt, where are we going? And then I was going to drive him to the last game too. But I didn't get the call for that. But pretty cool. He played that game. He let up a ton of goals, but it got to overtime and he set a record.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it let in an extra goal to get it to OT to secure a win and set a NHL record with the most overtime wins as a goaltender. Marc-Andre Fleury, great showing.
Yeah,
you're good.
Well, I see that. We have our show Minzees.
I had that. That's my show. My show is Flower. Last game, his kids were out there. I'll get it out of the way now before we get to it. But it was awesome. His kids are crying after the game. They won in dramatic fashion in an absolute shootout. And just getting guys back, the excitement. Minnesota, Fleury, possibly last home game and possibly last maybe game, regular season at least. So quite a moment right there for Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah, sorry about that. I added that on, but you can do the show Minzees graphics. We always do it late anyway. Like we can put that up and we'll finish the
chat and listeners, viewers. I got to say this though, hilarious. Merle's legit with a straight face and not joking says, "Can you believe it that like they didn't even think that like to bring me in to drive Fleury to his last game?" And I was like, "Huh." I didn't even get it.
I don't know why they weren't
serious.
Yeah, it would have been great.
Smart man.
I mean, I don't even know if we had video phones back then.
It was like Gretzky. It's like Walter driving Gretz to his last game. They drove together in the car. That's like what you were thinking of that, right? That's the thing.
That's what I mean.
Unreal.
What if I don't drive him that day? Maybe nothing ever happened.
Maybe it's like a butterfly effect.
He would have never played there. But yeah, show Minzees. Pasha, I know you're back there. You got a nice show this week. Let's see.
Yeah, boys. My show Minzees is a little combination. It's Gabriel Landeskog getting called to the show because he was sent to the Minzees. As you guys saw, he was sent to the AHL on like a 3-game sort of conditioning stint, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, a huge step towards his return. I think everybody can agree the game's better when he's playing. Just a class act. So a little double show Minzees. Excited to see if he can make a return, and then. Gotta just mention Minzees, the Rangers. They're not going to make the playoffs. Epic collapse. Fucking brutal. Gave up a first-round pick. Sucks for them.
Yeah, the Rangers are embarrassed. They completely quit on the coach. Going into that, this might be a
Pasha's just like, he can't hide his grin after doing that. He just couldn't do it. He couldn't. It was hilarious watching him try to smother his grin down.
So this is what I think the Rangers need to do. This might be a terrible take, and the Chicklets guys will chirp me for it, and we're gonna get to that later. I'm gonna go into Chicklets chirps later on. These guys are running their mouths all over the place about us game notes guys. But if I'm the New York Rangers, I hire Joel Quenneville today. I hire him in. I get all the media. Oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Get that all out of the way here the last 4 games. And then he's ready next year. So next year starts. It's just hockey. We're playing. We got rid of all that bullshit. It's all done. Because I feel like they're thinking about making that move. Like they got to change coaches. They quit on that guy.
Yeah, Laviolette's done. He's done.
I saw someone post a Torts thing.
Oh my
I
God.
can see that.
Can you imagine if he's
I
back?
can see that.
Rangers, can you imagine?
I could see that.
Back? You would love that, wouldn't you, Posh?
I don't know if a coach is going to make a difference. I mean, it's just a rotten core in the Big Apple. This is the 3rd coach they're going to get fired.
Play the devil's disclaimer.
Yeah.
Play the devil's disclaimer.
Warning, the following statements are about to be made by a deranged Devils fan. The views expressed are his and his only. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt because, remember, he is a deranged Devils fan.
Am I wrong though? Like how much can you blame the coach when it's now the 3rd coach that's going to get fired with the same core?
Ian in the chat, JT Miller Torts FU matches every game. Oh yeah. Well, they're all saying post game it's like the same, and they're like, we can't keep answering the same questions. It's like Groundhog Day, like what happened, what's going on, they're all saying that now. So they're just like they're deer in the headlights, that team right now. Just can't, nothing's going right. And obviously
it's really unfortunate to see, would have hoped to see them succeed, and biggest collapse maybe year to year in NHL history. So terrible to see.
True. Facts.
All right, Pasha, thanks for that. G, you got a show this week?
I do, and I don't know who specifically to call to the show here. It's either Army or his wife. So Army's wife had an unbelievable tweet the other day, and I was showing my fiance. I'm like, you want to know like what Colby Armstrong is like? This is a tweet that sums it up. So she tweeted, currently overhearing Armdog breaking down the entire 2001 NHL draft on the phone. Plus, they're on 70-plus picks. I've heard phrases like he hits like a truck, played with / against him in junior. Plus, he can chuck him about 1 million times. But what I'm really blown away by has to be the fact that this person I know who possesses the memory of a goldfish when it comes to things like weekend plans, call times, dates, location of each guy, to be able to recall time, date, location of each guy's career highlights, awards they won, and exactly what ailment situation led to their retirement. It's absolutely astonishing.
Yeah.
Like you are, and we see it on these trips, you are like the biggest hockey guy I've ever come across.
Well, you just know so many people over there. Like, go pull up Merle's as hockey DB. This guy knows everyone too, but it's just like, I don't know why. And we've seen different stories about that. Thank you, G. Thank you. I take that as a compliment.
Yeah, you should.
I could not, honestly, my wife is literally probably, I ask her like one day to the next day, the same question 3 times. So I'm like, what time was that at again?
I sent the itinerary over 15 times to you for this trip.
I don't know what hotel are we at again. Yeah. So that's how I am. But with hockey, like you've heard like Stamkos or some of these guys, they ask him about goal 40 in the season 3 years ago. Oh yeah, that was in wherever, and it was a half wall shot off of a pass from this guy. Like you can remember all these things. It's just, I don't know why. It's just, that's how my brain has been completely wired just to know this stuff, or at least get a story going when I look at a list of the draft. I'm like, oh my God, this guy. And then you get going, right?
It's nuts.
Yeah. So I like doing that every once in a while. No, thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
Was that a Minzees or a show?
No, that was show.
Show.
That was
Thank
show.
you.
It
Thank
was
you.
a great tweet.
It was a great tweet.
Yeah, I just pictured you like walking around the
I
basement
laughed
being
at
like,
it too. Yeah.
4th round, pick 77. You're like, oh, this guy was unbelievable in Red Deer.
My show is fish today. We had some internet issues in the rooms, and all of a sudden, within 10 minutes, he found us a new room, full internet. Because I know I don't want to. I had bad internet one show. I never hear the end of it from the chat. So shout out to Fish for doing that.
Yeah,
for
unbelievable.
us. Let's go to the Minzees Army. Who are you sending down?
I'm sending over. I saw a clip. It's just a clip of Brennan Lemieux. He's playing in Switzerland, and he sucker punches like in a little fisticuffs. There's like a scrum, not like it's like different over there, right? It's just different.
Yeah, you're not allowed to fight.
You're not allowed to fight.
Suspension and big fines.
Yeah, and like it's just so the refs are so like I remember I was in Sweden. The ref, I was kind of had a riff with a guy. He called both of us over, like
they treat you like a little
that
kid.
Stalker. It's like
it's
they're like
horrible.
this to you, and you have to come, and he reprimands you. He just has to do his thing. Then he reprimands the other guy, and then he sends you away. No yellow card, nothing. It's such a weird, different culture for hockey. But this linesman jumps in, and Lemieux is coming over the top. They're not fighting. He throws like a little rabbit punch in there. I don't know. Maybe he's reaching to grab him, and we know Lemieux. He's like a rat, right? But it hits this ref in the cheek, and he's still trying to get in there. Like, just get out of the way. Get out of the way. Let it happen. And this doesn't happen. But he gets hit, and then he's still trying to break it up. And then he remembers he got hit. And like it's like such a delay. Then he goes down. If he's really hurt, I apologize. But Minzees Euro refs, like these refs in these leagues, it's just so weird. Get out of the way. You don't get punched, and then you don't have to take like a soccer flop after it. It looked like a soccer flop.
It looked like he got hit by Mike Tyson all of a sudden. Like, oh my God. Yeah, he's horrible.
Minzees. I
have a funny story. I don't know if I've told it on here, but when I first was in Sweden, I played right away. They didn't have my name yet on the shirt because I just got there. Yeah. So the ref was trying to give me the reprimand. So he's talking Swedish to me, but I don't know what's going on. But he didn't
have a name.
I didn't have a name. Swedish. He didn't know.
Blue eyes.
So then I go all the way to the bench. As I'm like skating away, he teased me up. He gave me a 10 because I didn't go over and get reprimanded. And then my captain had to go like, dude, he's English. He just got to Sweden a day ago.
And the rules of that are so weird.
10 minutes because of that.
Yeah, I got the reprimand. You got it too. You got a 10 off of it, eh? Yeah.
Come here. Oh, yeah, that's definitely Minzees. G, what do you got for the Minzees?
I don't want to harp on this too much because I already went on my spiel at the beginning of the show. But I was just gonna say like St. Louis. And St. Louis is a great city. It's a great NHL city. The Blues are having an awesome year. But it's not the right destination to host the Frozen Four. I think you need to focus on destination cities moving forward or college hockey centric cities like we've seen with Boston, Minnesota. Next year it's in Las Vegas. Very excited for that. But I think last night was pretty disappointing. And like I said, like the Frozen Four is it's a guys trip weekend, and a lot of those guys trips are taken this year off because it's in St. Louis. So St. Louis is a great city. I'd like the chat to throw in some barbecue places.
I'm just going to say that
we can hit later because we're going to film some content. We've heard St. Louis has great ribs. So very excited for that. But I think the NCAA missed. I really do think they missed bringing this to St. Louis. And, maybe in 10 years if Lindenwood or if they can grow college hockey in this area. But I think it's pretty disappointing to see.
Yeah, I don't really understand. Like, there's not like a big university here that they're trying to build up. If there was something like that, it's a really strange pick. I mean, I liked it because I only got to come here when I played. I came in at night, played the game, and was gone. So I've never got to see the city. But everybody that lives here, all these Blues, we talk about it all the time. They all stay here. The Utah, that's why the Utah.
Clayton's great. We're in Clayton right now. It's awesome.
Yeah. So we definitely need the barbecue spots, and then I think toasted ravioli is something. Just St. Louis, we got to try them. Any other suggestions would be great for that. And Pasha's not here, but I think he has a Minzees or no, he did that already.
He did. Yep.
He did them both. My Minzees keep on the youth hockey. It's crazy. I'm back in Troy. I'm just trying to relax there, get my family here, get over the jet lag. And I got Scott Bassick texting me and calling me to come and watch youth hockey tryouts.
Oh God.
Can you come and go on the ice? Can you come and evaluate some players? I'm like, it's April. He goes, yeah, it's for next season. Why are youth hockey tryouts? I think we've talked about
this before. God, don't get me going.
Don't they start in like February? Like Whit was complaining about it.
Like it's just that was on the top of my list. So I put that in the Minzees. It's just crazy, but
well, yeah, and then you get all the parents. You're probably trying to hang out with your buddies, and they got kids that are playing, but they have tryouts right now. So all the parents are stressed out because their kid like
that's why they're not at Frozen Four.
They're doing tryouts, and there's the Masters, and everything's happening.
Jesus. Yeah. So why can't we just have the tryouts at the week before the season starts like it used to be? I don't know. Whatever. Moving on. That's show Minzees. Let's get down.
Wait, time out. They used to do tryouts a week before the season?
Yeah, like right before the season. You had your tryout.
I think I did that when I was a kid. Yeah, you start, you try out, they put you on your team, then you start practicing with your season.
See,
when I was a kid.
It was always April, May for me, and
right.
I'm fine with that because then you go into the summer, you know who your team is. You got to.
I know why they do it.
We would do team bonding shit like in the summer for the kids to get to know each other. So I don't hate end of April, early May. I think that's fine, but March, that's
a kid.
No, this is what
in
they
those
do.
Growing years, like a kid can be horrible now, and then he grows in 5 months, and he's awesome. Or it could go the other way. The guy's great, and then
this is what they do. You end your season, and they're like, "Hey guys, tryouts are in a month. We got a 10 skate package that you guys can sign up for, so you can stay sharpened for the tryouts." Okay. And then they do the tryouts and they're like, congratulations, you're on the team. And you don't have to do it, but I also have a 20 session practices this summer. I'd like to get the players out there, get them, it's going to be $50 million. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some team building.
This is elite diamond AAA team. So we got to do the extra sessions.
That's the play.
That's
what it is.
Yeah. Utah's a disgrace, but let's move on. NHL. We'll go through Friday, Saturday. We'll just give some picks. And if something pops into our heads about the games or the teams, we'll go that way. So Friday night, tonight, we got 5 games to watch.
Let's go, Mer.
It's kind of getting boring now, because these races were so good. Every game meant something. Races are kind of over. My first game I'm looking at is Tampa Bay. I'm going to take Tampa -1.5 at home versus Detroit. They played well the other night against the Leafs.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy game, lost in OT. I just think Detroit, they're done now. They're down in Tampa. We know what it's like down there.
Yeah.
Probably had a couple too many yesterday.
I saw Patty Kane was all sad now that they got the news, they're out and all this stuff. Yeah. So it's just different when you get gut punched like that and you're trying to play to get in there. So good pick on that one. Yeah. What about that Montreal Sens game, Merles? Anything there? That's just like a big game. That's actually a good game with something on the line. Yeah, like what you said about if Demidov's in there, then I'm definitely finding a place to watch that tonight. If he's not, I just, these games were so incredible. It's almost like a downer now that the races are almost settled. I guess it does mean a little bit. Wild Flames, that's a big one too. I'm on the Flames money line +110. We talked how Minnesota, everybody's back, but Calgary at home, they blew the game the other night. They had the game 3-1. They blew that game. They need to win this game. That will pretty much lock them in if they win, right? If Calgary wins this game, no, they'll be closer. They're out. They have to win. They have to win. Calgary has to win. If they lose, it's basically locking them out. Is more what I meant to say. They're too far out. Yeah, they have to win this game. I'm on the Flames there. My other game, I'm looking for excitement. We saw San Jose the other night, and then Edmonton. McDavid's back. 3 points, and he had jumped. Did you see him? Yeah. His first shift, I think he did his old spinorama move. So he needed this break. I'm going to take the over there just to watch that. That's game. Our old move. Root for everybody. That's our late old night move. Over. Late night over. Yeah. There you go, chat. There you go. Little Friday action for you on Saturday, Merles. Obviously, business picks up a little bit. 11 games for you on Saturday. You get a look at the slate and the schedule right here. Montreal, Toronto. That might be Demidov in Toronto. Oh, that might be the play right there. Throw them right into the deep end. That's interesting. I'm going early. I'm going Isles, Philly over 5.5. I expect to see 6.5 there. It was only 5.5. We saw Philly the other night. They mailed it in. That guy Forrester had a hat trick. He can rip the puck. Yeah, he can. Islanders are done. That's just a beer league game, early afternoon beer league game. Let's look for the over there. Next one up, I'm on Carolina 3-way. We just talked how bad the Rangers are. Season's over for them. Take Carolina on the 3-way there. And then we're in St. Louis. Got to take the Blues. Yeah. Got to be on them. They need to still win at Seattle. I like St. Louis a lot there. Money line -135, I think is a really nice price. Seattle is not good. And then Vegas. It's almost time for me to get fully on board the Vegas train. I got my future 18-1, 1,000 to win 18,000. That pays for a lot of stuff, Army. Are you feeling back on Vegas? Are you still feeling as good about them? Not as good as I did maybe a couple months ago, but I'm also not scared of everybody as like I was. Like I was really scared of Dallas. They showed some weakness. Colorado's scarier than LA. LA, I'm not scared of. We know. Only on home ice.
That's going to be a big series. If LA somehow wins, that I might go off the grid if I lose.
Yeah,
right?
you're going to be hearing it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
yeah. To go back to that, yeah, the Chicklets guys are all over me. Every episode I listen to, I'm just trying to work out on the treadmill, and I got to listen to Biz talk to me about.
You got abused this last episode.
All over me about my picks, and then it's funny how like, oh, we listen to game notes and this and that, but then all of a sudden they come up with, oh, Ovechkin should have an 8 imprinted on the ice, and 87 should be imprinted on the ice. That was my idea. That was me. Somehow they don't remember to do that. Say that, oh yeah, that was Merle's idea. They make it sound like it's their own idea, but they only remember my bad takes. So
I know, yeah, like, that's a fair argument.
They're on me, but
they're on me too right now. So I would like to say I've thought about this all show. Thought about this, and this isn't because Witt just tweeted that I am not allowed on the BU bandwagon.
Oh, did he?
He didn't just tweet this. He did just tweet this.
Oh, God.
I am on the Western Michigan bandwagon.
He's back.
Yes.
I'm back. Game notes.
Suck that, Witt.
Game notes.
Yes.
Let's go game notes.
Western, baby. And it's not because Witt told me I'm not allowed.
That's hilarious, actually. I love that you just did that.
Go Western, baby.
All right. That'll be big. That's tomorrow night, too. So we'll throw that in there as well, right?
Yep.
Keep your eyes on that thing.
And I just love that they're chirping my picks. That means I'm just going to get hot. Like, I remember Witt chirped me, and then I think I went 5-1 to end the weekend last weekend. Like, this is perfect. You want the Chicklets guys mushing me. I might sweep the entire weekend with them chirping me. But that's Saturday. And I mean, a part of Saturday picks is Western Michigan, minus 120 in DraftKings Sports.
There you go. Sunday, 9 games, Merles, as we roll into the weekend here. Final day on the Masters final Sunday.
You should. I joined. Do you have like a whisper? They can. The Masters Sunday.
The Masters down here. Yes. As we have 9 games.
Yeah. So that's another chirp I can give Witt. He's the golf guy. He chirps us. We're the college guys of the pod. He's the golf guy of the podcast, right? He didn't know the history of the Masters when they asked him. So Witt, go punt.
I bet you though. I bet you Witt did it and he just didn't want to go in depth because like when you were talking about like it's funny when you were just talking about like how being a hockey guy you remember every play. That's like Witt with golf. It's crazy.
Like, he remembers every shot.
Every single shot that every person had. You can be like, Witt, what did I on my third shot on 15? What did I do? He'd be like, oh, you shanked your hybrid. And you're like, how the fuck did you know that?
And you're like, no, I got a 5. He's like, no, you 2-putted on the backside of that thing when you chipped it over. And, you did. And I'm like, oh yeah. I'm always like, oh yeah.
And that round will be 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's insane. So just 3 games, just while we're obviously all watching the Masters, hockey will be on the smaller screen. Ottawa money line. Philadelphia is not good. I like Ottawa there. Buffalo, Tampa Bay over. Again, I mean, Buffalo, they finally lost the other night. They're tanking, but that's an over game all day. And then Calgary, they got to keep winning to stay alive. So Calgary minus 1.5 against the Sharks.
And I will be boots on the ground back in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
Working that afternoon game. So early flight after the championship game. I think I'm out of here at like 5
don't
a.m.
stop, dude. It's crazy.
5 a.m. So I'll be between the benches for that, baby.
No way.
You're not a joke.
Way.
Yeah,
so you're going to be at the Western Michigan celebration party tomorrow night about 3 a.m. Sleep for 2 hours and then go. You might as well just stay up.
Yeah. It'll be me and that Bronco mascot. Like he's holding the bottle and Pink Whitney and between the benches. Him and I will be holding each other.
You go to get the makeup and they just put the mascot head on you. They're like, there's nothing we can fix here.
Yeah, it's like the water boy. The mascot shittered at the start of the movie. Everyone's just destroyed. Yeah, that's what we'll be doing. That's what it'll be. So big Sunday, good weekend of sports, good weekend of college hockey, boys. I love that we're here.
Yeah, it's great. Just touch quickly on the CHL. They're in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, we got that. Yeah.
Touch on those a little bit.
Yeah, Pasha got some graphics, popping them up. We're all into the second round here, boys. Teams got through. Only played like 1 game, so you can see these graphics we have here. Pretty good. There's your OHL setup. We'll scroll over to the next one.
London.
There they are right there. The Q.
Yeah, we don't really cover the Q.
They haven't kicked off yet, but they'll get going. Obviously, Rimouski, the host town, still in there against Chicoutimi Seguinete. I don't know how to say it correctly. Moncton's the team, though.
Said that.
Moncton's the team. And then save the best for last right here, Pasha. The dub is underway. Lethbridge winning their first game.
How about my Spokane Chiefs? They're still in it up there?
Mm-hmm.
Spokane Chiefs, Tom Frater, equipment manager. We're working on turning Spokane Chiefs immediately into RPI engineers. We're going to try to work on a little portal there, become a little feeder system to RPI. Spokane Chiefs is only connection I have out there because our other guy, De Silva, they got knocked out. They got swept. Saskatoon Blades.
Calgary Hitmen swept them out of there. They're playing Lethbridge now. Lethbridge up 1-0.
All right.
So there's your CHL roundup. Follow along. Follow the CHL playoffs.
Real quick before we wrap up on the CHL, I didn't know if I was going to say this, but I did receive a text last night, a very interesting text. So this is Rumor Boys. So drum roll, please, Rumor Boys. Gavin McKenna may be headed to Michigan.
Like Michigan, not Michigan State.
The University of Michigan
wow.
is what the Rumor Boys are hearing. I don't think anything is official yet, but I mentioned it a few weeks ago when we talked about RPI, him going there. And
he didn't take my offer. I gave him all the ice time. And
I don't know why he didn't.
Spot in my basement. But nope, he's out. Damn it.
And
is this that no one knows about this? This is just a Rumor Boys thing.
Rumor Boys, 100% Rumor Boys. Okay. And I could very well be wrong, but very reliable
people
source.
In the chat are saying they hear this. They hear this. McKenna.
If there is a place he's going, it's probably them. They have the big money, the big name. Stay tuned to follow that.
That's big.
Anything else? We'll just thank you to the chat. Thank you to Isaac Howard, the Iceman, and all Michigan State PR for coming in. We have scheduling. We're changing the schedule, as you heard on Chicklets during the playoffs. We'll be going. Chicklets will be Monday, Friday. Game notes will be Wednesday, so you're coming at us every other day. We're going to start that next week. So next Wednesday, we'll do game notes, and then we'll be jumping on Chicklets throughout the playoffs. First of all, to do our picks. That's probably my favorite episode every year is when we get to go on and we do our playoff picks, and then we get to chirp each other later on for how wrong we were. We'll recap our picks for the playoffs. I know we've been working on some graphics. I don't know if we published that great. No, surprise. surprise, surprise. We weren't great in them, but we'll be better on our playoff series picks. Exciting time. Anything else, guys?
Well, yeah, just want to our fans, our listeners, the chat obviously was a really tough week in hockey. We lost two great men. Ray Shiro, who was my GM, actually ended up trading me, traded Witt as well, but a fantastic hockey person in and around the game with the Devils in Minnesota of late, started in the Penguins. Just an incredible hockey guy, thinking of his family. Gone too soon is Ray Shiro. I love this man. Seen him at the draft and his kids, and they're in the game as well, scouting and stuff. He will be missed. And of course, Greg Millen, longtime hockey player and 30 plus years in the broadcast booth, Hockey Night in Canada, and just a terrific guy. Loved laughing, a real hockey guy. Both these guys, Greg, Ray, we love you. You're missed. Condolences.
Gone too soon.
Yeah, it's really sad, and that's when you got to just enjoy these moments, like because it can go like that. So hug your loved ones, enjoy the good times. You don't know how long we're here. Great guys. I never got to meet either one, but everybody. I was there before Ray Shero in Pittsburgh, and they changed everything. He changed everything for them, and they are what they are because of him. So,
did he didn't draft you though, did he?
No. He came after Craig Patrick was there, and then kind of took over and Terrian up, and then everything started to change. Obviously, getting Sid and Gino and those guys are he had some good picks. I mean, prior to that, like it weren't his picks, Ray's picks. I was not a Ray pick, but
it's the culture. He changed the whole culture there. He cleaned out all the old just bad vibes and everything.
Just crushing news to hear that a few short days after the Greg Millen news. And
if he never traded you, who knows if we'd be sitting here today?
Yeah, that's true. I know. I see him at the draft, or I see him around the rinks and everything, and he always says to me, "You still hate me," and he has a big smile on his face. He's just a kind-hearted, amazing guy that loved all his players, loved all his guys, and you felt it. He's just a one of a kind guy. So rest in peace.
Yeah. And on that note, we'll see you next Wednesday. Like, subscribe. I was trying to look quickly here. I think the Chicklets YouTube is getting close to 400,000.
It is.
We know that keeps Biz happy. So game notes, get on there, subscribe, like, go on your parents' phone, download all that stuff. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the Masters. Check us out. We'll be at the game Saturday. We'll be at the party before. Check the socials. We're going to be updating everything with picks and just fun stuff.
Shout out Isaac Howard too.
Yeah.
What an interview.
Yeah.
What an awesome interview.
Taking the time to come in here and come in live with us. Brought us chocolate bars.
Don't forget these guys. I need a couple of these, and then we're going to be right back on it. We're going to go do a food tour of St. Louis.
We need that.
Go Western.
All right. We'll see you guys. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Broncos.